Sept.
We is live, apparently.
Sort of, maybe.
Renee's bodyguard fee. 8,000 stars.
When did that start?
It was, we had done the unboxing video for some of the new stuff that we got on the live for the store, and that's what was started, was that particular fee thing. I just think it's funny. Hello.
Hey, Trina, what's going on?
So, while everybody is getting in here and we're getting things going and such. Sup, Renee? I laugh every time I see your name because I think about the stars.
Well, I mean, we literally can't not see it.
Yeah, it's like right there. Renee's.
Yeah, it's on all of them. It's literally on all of them. Okay. Actually, you know...
That's so amazing.
You know what I could do?
Give 8,000 reasons.
And I'll turn it right back around. I mean,
I got 8,000 problems, and
I think I might...
one.
I'll talk to you about it. What about you think about making Renee a moderator?
I think that'd be a good idea. We could do that. What do you say, Renee? You be a moderator for us?
I mean, I'd do it too, but...
It'd be a lot easier to have a person on the inside.
Do we have to reach the 8,000 stars goal first, or?
Sup? If you guys haven't seen, the current stars goal is 8,000 stars for Renee's bodyguard fee.
All right.
Okay. Well, we can do that.
Continue talking.
So, while he sets that up, because that is a thing that he's currently doing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, Renee, be prepared for a request. You're going to get a request to be a moderator for us. But, so, stuff. I am running on like 3 ghosts and part of a C4, which are energy drinks for those that don't know.
I just gotta find out how to do it. Because that's page access. Because I don't want to give that, because that gives stuff to the stuff on the things.
You need to go to edit page roles.
Oh, thank you.
It'll ask you, if you want to add a person, and then you choose what you want them to do, and it limits access depending on what it is you choose for them.
You'll be moderator.
That's not good for me, but, heart attack in a can is what keeps me going some days.
Let me put it to you like this. If I had a rock star, I would Kurt Cobain myself during work, but I'll have to have 3. What I usually end up in shotgun 3 monsters during the day and still pass out at 9:30.
Well, I mean, Monster's pretty much water anymore anyway.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like, take a few sips at break while I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm fiddling on my phone, and then it's like, it's time to go back. Glug, 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 glug. Go to work.
All day, every day. Alrighty. So, as far as announcements, this weekend, Tiff and I are going to be at the Richmond Fairgrounds for swap days. We're going to be there morning, noon, and part of the night, pretty much until Sunday. And you guys can come out. We're going to have the store there. We're going to be, doing the meet and greet kind of thing. And we're just going to be hanging out and having a good time. There's going to be a bunch of different stuff there aside from us. We would like to see your smiling faces. However, if you don't stop at the booth, you don't stop at the booth. We understand. But that's going on all weekend. Now, here is some very good news. Wink, wink. We are having a meet and greet October 8th. So anybody that wants to come and hang out with us can come and hang out with us October 8th. And we're just going to be sitting around, having fun, doing the thing. Might go out, have something to eat. We're going to do the thing. But here's the cool part of that. Whoever actually shows up to that particular meet and greet, so October 8th, you guys get to see the shop before it opens. We officially got all of our writs and everything else. We are scheduled to open very, very soon. So the shop will be available to anybody and everybody here very shortly. So you guys will be able to see the shop before it opens. So you'll get a preview. The shop does open. It's going to be the weekend before Halloween. So the weekend of the 29th of October, we're going to be doing the thing. And we're excited for that. We're going to have some trick-or-treat stuff for the kids. We're also going to be having some special guests, as well as, just showing you guys around. We're proud of what it is that we were able to accomplish, and you guys were a major part in fulfilling that, so we want to make sure that it is available to you. So that is going to be October 29th, that weekend. The weekend before that is going to be Scarefest, the 21st through 23rd. And we're also looking forward to that. It's going to be a big year. Robert Englund is back, as well as a few others from the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street series. There's going to be a bunch of that going on, a whole bunch of that. And there's a few reunions they're going to do. I think there's a couple panels that they've got going. It's going to be a fun time. That's going to be the 21st through 23rd. You can get your tickets at thescarefest.com. You got to put the in front of it, or you wind up going to a haunted trail in Louisville or Ohio or some shit. It's a thing, y'all. It's a thing. The weekend after the store opens is going to be our next Waverly event. We have been asked to come back to Waverly Hills Sanatorium. We are going to be there all weekend from the 4th to the 6th of November. And we're there as special guests, so you guys can come see us and many other people. Get a handshake, get a high five, get a hug, get a picture, get a selfie. We're there for you guys. So we're going to be readily available and doing the thing all weekend. To my knowledge, this is a charity event, so it's going towards keeping Waverly Hills Sanatorium together, able to provide an area for ghost hunts and different things like that. So we're wanting to be a part of that and make sure that that is the case. As far as I know, that is the end of our events for a little bit. Lord, I hope it is. Now, in the midst of all that,
We got classes coming.
we sure do. October 11th is going to be the next 101. October 12th is going to be the first 102 that we're going to be doing with the new methods. So if you are interested, there's a pinned post at the top of the Spirit Mechanics page. All you have to do, follow the correct link. I have labeled them for you because a couple of them are misworded in the actual code. I've labeled them for you. They will say for in-person or for online. If you're interested in taking the classes, all you got to do, click the link, register. That's it. It's easy, I promise. I do. There is going to be another round in November. We don't know when that is. Currently, we're focused on this next round that's coming up. So, if you guys are interested, please sign up for them, at the pin post. If you want to, typically we tell you that you need to wait a month in between. We would prefer you do that. So if you take the 101, we would prefer you wait a month and try out the things that you learn in the class so that you understand what the 102 is going to be on. Because the 102 actually expands from the 101, that's the point. However, there are some of you that are gluttons for punishment. If you decide that you want to do them back to back, that's your business. However, that's not what we would suggest. Also, we don't suggest going straight from the starting gate to the 102. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you miss out on that we will not be covering again unless you go to the 101 class. That is how this works. So we suggest taking the 101, waiting a little bit. It's only usually about 3 to 4 weeks in between them, and taking the 102, or you can take them back to back. That's your discretion. But you do need to have the 101 before the 102. All right, I think that's it for announcements. Hopefully it is. Oh. So how's everybody been?
It's been a rough week. Well, it's been a rough too. We haven't been on here. Wasn't on here last week. For good reason.
The classes start somewhere between 6:30 and 7 p.m.
So try to be there at 6:30. If we end up at 7, we end up at 7. But it's kind of one of them things. I try to tag Scarefest and give the thing for the things.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, you're very welcome.
And pin the comment.
You're very welcome. Yeah, because we understand that a lot of people have 9 to 5s. You can take them online as well if you are out of town or out of state. That's the reason why we give that option. The classes are hybrid. What that means is that you guys will be video conferenced in while we are giving the live class, so you will be able to participate in real time. So that's what that is. So no one gets left out, no one gets left behind. But we like having people around. So if you can make it to the physical location, we would love to see you.
Let's see, what else has got? I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and say this. And I'm just going to go ahead and flat out tell it. Those who are auditing, we're limiting the amount of people who can audit. The reason being is we can only do so many of the registrations for online due to the website that we're using. Makes it a lot easier for us to be able to keep track. And if there was more than a few that, like, I think it's 6? I think it's like at most. I think it's the most, even between onlines or in persons. And it's a first come, first serve. So if you end up trying to audit, you will be emailed something. So.
Yeah. I think we're doing 3 online and up to 3 in person.
Yeah.
So.
And like I said, it's a first come, first serve on it. When you register as an audit, let us know, because we already know who you are when you're registering, so we can give you the thing to be able to do the thing to register. That way, we have the list of people coming to do the things.
Yes.
Because we would prefer to know who's coming, and, oh, I'm auditing the class. Well, fuck me then. I had no idea. I ain't got room for you. It's like we got a house full of people. I ain't got an extra chair. You can sit in the hall if you want.
An Indian style right here.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. Right,
up in this shit.
Right in the damn floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because we had to keep up. Truthfully, honestly, in person, we had to keep up with fire marshal stuff too. So if there's way too many people in that room, that's fire hazard. Yeah, I know, right? Got to actually do business shit.
Well, that's all right. Speaking of the fire marshal, apparently he spent all of about 5 minutes doing his thing. Y'all got fire extinguishers? Yup, they're mounted on the wall. Cool. I see an exit sign here and an exit sign there. Anybody run in and out this door? No, that's the one that we use for the offices. Oh, well then you can take that exit sign down and we don't have to worry about it. What about this other door? Yeah, people are going to come in and out it. Cool, leave that exit sign there. While y'all are here, it stays unlocked. And he left.
Cool. Thanks, Captain. I appreciate it.
That was the whole entirety of the visit, from my understanding.
That is a brown recluse on your wall. Over by the window.
I can't see it.
It looks like a brown blob to me next to the red curtain. Can you see a brown blob?
I would appreciate it if you could murder it.
Okay, I'll go murder it. I'll be back, guys. Ugh. I look over and I'm like, that's a brown recluse on your wall, man.
I would like it dead, please.
Can do. Let me find a blunt thing to kill it with.
Just a second. I've sent Brian to kill a poisonous spider.
Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, rumble mint. That'll work.
And it's a blunt instrument.
You're a big bitch, ain't you? He's dead.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. Curled in.
You got shoes on?
Oh, yeah.
In the carpet.
Cold. Ripped apart in several pieces.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
That's what friends are for. Fuck, I see the grease stain in the carpet. That was a big bitch.
Some bitch was about like that.
That's fucking ridiculous, God.
It was a big ass fucker.
Kentucky is like mini Australia. You know, there's like 6 or 7 different poisonous fucking spiders here.
A new job title, Brian the Spider Killer.
That sounds like a wrestling name from the 70s.
Well, my wrestling name the other day was Randolph the Red-Nosed Redneck.
That's actually amazing.
Damn, this fucking cooler's cold. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it's cold. Yeah, new job. I'm literally in a walk-in refrigerator the size of an entire apartment building. I don't sweat. I'm enjoying that part.
Well, I mean, there is that. There is that.
The only thing that I don't like is, I hear this rumor from every blue hair from here to Timbuktu that cooler is cold.
Well, you know what they say about blue hair rumors.
Usually true. Every one of them. Every single one of them. Ooh, it's cold in here. Did you know it was cold in here? I never had a clue, man.
Had no idea. I've just been standing in this motherfucker for how many hours?
I'm sitting literally in a jacket, gloves, and a ball cap. No, I had no idea.
I wear this shit year round, and you know, it's no fad.
I'm just cold natured. Me and my Punisher coat. They can't see it. I'm wearing the Sam's Club vest.
Still fucking great. Alrighty. One last time for people who came in, class registration is up. 101 is going to be the 11th. 102 is going to be the 12th. They start at somewhere between 6:30 and 7. And they are starting at 7 regardless of whether or not you are there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are doing online and you need assistance with making sure that your connections are good and everything is working the way that it should, you should probably
be a little earlier.
Probably make sure that you are starting that particular process at about 6:15. That way we can make sure that you're there.
Kind of give y'all heads. Here's the thing. It is not hard. The app is fairly intuitive if you know a little bit about computers. Basically, all you gotta do is find your mic, find your camera, and turn them on. Make sure you push the button for video call and click the chat. Just like you're clicking on a chat room back in the AOL days.
It's literally that simple.
It's the same thing. All you gotta do is click the chat, click video call. It puts us on, and if your camera and stuff is not working, then you gotta just go into settings and find where your camera and stuff is and turn them on. Give the program access to them. Something I'm going to be doing here soon, the classroom is locked, so we don't have to worry about that. Anybody that wants to jump in and out of the Discord, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to be changing the Discord to make it public. The way we can give out that information. The only thing is that specific room where we do classes is locked, and you can only be put in there by an admin.
So that's the reason why we direct you to the general chat first, so that we can pull you in.
Mm-hmm. The only way you can get in that chat is if I literally grab your name and click and drag you in. That's it. That's the only way anybody can get in. It's not a password, nothing. Tell Steven I said hello, please. Who is
that?
I don't know. My pinned comment's in the way. Brianna Michael Workman?
Who? You're gonna have to give me some context. I'm more than happy to say hello to you. I'm just needing to know which Brianna you are, because I have family that's a Brianna, and I also have a client that's a Brianna. So I need to know which one of those you are. But
I'm gonna unpin Steins.
Yeah, that one's family. Hello. That's where I needed the help. It's like, which one are you?
Which person is this?
Well, I know that I'm speaking to family now. I didn't know before.
We didn't know who. He didn't know Brianna Workman other than. You get dragged in again. You get dragged in again. I'm going to name the channel Hell so I can drag you into it.
Ed, did we get Renee fixed up?
I did not. I'm going to have to figure it out later.
I'll do it.
No, there's no edit roles on this fucking thing. I've been through every button. We have jobs. We don't have any. Business feed, that's a whole different thing. We have notifications, planner appointments, events, products, insights, feedback, and help center. Click on the settings. Push notifications, automated responses, appointments, page info, page access. Page access isn't that. I don't see edit edit anything.
I'll have to look for it. They may have changed it.
It's probably page access. And if it's that, it's going to have to be me, you, Ethan, Chris, and Tiff. They're the only ones that are allowed to change anybody. Because those have full control of the page.
I have it listed who's admin and who isn't, so I'll look at it. Because Meta has recently had like 3 updates back to back, and you know, Facebook bullshit is still Facebook bullshit. Well, whether or not I'm doing well is up in the air. That's completely a coin flip at this point. If it's tails, I'm on my ass, and if it's heads, I'm on my head, and you know, that's how things roll anymore. But now that we've discussed all of the announcements, and I hope that's all of them. We've gone through the classes, we've gone through Scarefest, we've gone through the Waverly event. That's going to be made 100% public here very, very shortly. As soon as it is, we're going to be posting that, letting you guys know. We are confirmed going back to New Jersey next year. John and Christy were kind enough to ask us to come back. Speaking of, he's in chat.
He gives us an IOU of 1,000,000 stars.
You do owe us 1,000,000 stars, sir.
What are they, like a penny a piece? So that's $1,000.
Actually, yeah, they are. They're a penny a piece. Literally, every star is a penny a piece. Fuck, man, $1,000, that's life-changing money there.
Hell, man, that's enough to pay. That's enough to buy a new set of inventory.
Actually. That's enough to get us drunk for a weekend.
No.
No as in no we shouldn't, or no as in no it's not?
No as in no it's not.
Oh, fair. Alrighty.
A weekend?
A weekend.
Am I cheap drunk?
It's $1,000, man.
I don't know, so we're going higher in drunk here.
I mean, if we're going to spend...
Am I going to the hospital for liver failure? Or are we fine drinking?
For $1,000, I would probably say that's a hospital stay.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask you. Am I going to the hospital after this, or am I pinky out drinking?
Jeez. We are actually joking about that much alcohol consumption.
No,
it's very rare that we actually drink anymore, truthfully.
Honestly, at all, if ever, anymore. Mm-hmm. Except for I've got to get my liver in shape for Scarefest.
There is that, because Scarefest is a thing.
So it'd be like a week of 2 shots a night before I go to bed.
Yep.
Because that's all I need.
Gotta tone it back up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Put that liver on a treadmill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lasagna.
Oh, well, that's going to be amazing here in a while.
Mm.
Sounds like it already. Jersey is going to be 2 days. I will be there for both days.
Book me!
Which one?
That's Renee.
Mine's primed and ready. Fucking Keith.
I mean, you have at least 2 beers a night, because that's all it needs. All it is take you to get drunk anyway, as skinny as you are.
I don't know, man. And him doing all that work lately.
He bulking up?
He's bulking up.
Bulk up. He's still small and skinny.
He's not wiry anymore.
Oh, okay.
Now he's just ripped like Jesus as opposed to starved Jesus.
Okay. Are we talking Thorns Jesus or kind of Nine Tails ripped? I'm so sorry. That was dark.
Oh,
that was a dark
buddy.
humor. That was a dark humor joke. I'm sorry,
buddy. As we lose like 3 people.
Oh my God! I can't believe it. Don't worry, I'll hate on somebody else.
Probably me.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, probably myself, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a full-time job.
Well, for most people, yeah.
Bagging on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I go to therapy.
I have my therapist bag on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
But,
1,000 stars get me to Scarefest, just saying. So you only need $10? So $10 will get you to Scarefest.
I mean, I got that in my pocket. I can mail you a $10 bill if that'll get your ass here.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm.
Technically it's a 3.5 day event. So if you can make it on $10, fuck, we'll find a place to shove you.
I don't know if we're going to end up in a Airbnb like we did last year.
I have no idea. Who knows? I sure as hell don't know, and the girls haven't said anything. But,
Do you have a topic tonight?
Lord, probably need to find one. So, yeah, actually, I think I do. I think I really do. And this is more of a topic concerning readers themselves, and I'm not saying this in a 1,000,000 stars damn phone. You need $1,000?
No, it's 10 grand.
Oh, it's 10 grand.
Mm-hmm. I can deal with 10 grand. I can do a lot with 10 grand.
Isn't that the truth? But as far as readers are concerned, I've been noticing this particular trend of second guessing, and not just second guessing, but getting really down about the fact that multiple people do the same thing. And it's honestly been this kind of thing where I've had several clients recently that have been like, hey, I don't know why it bothers me, but it does, that this person does the same exact thing I do. It's like, well, honey, let me explain something to you. Energy work is something that everybody can do. Being an intuitive is something everybody has. Being an empath is something everybody has. It's just your particular process.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like the person was, talking to me and finding out about it and doing the thing, and then all of a sudden they started dressing like me, they started acting like me, they started reading like me, and I'm like, and that's a problem? Why would that be a problem? If this other person isn't, slandering you, if they're not trying to force you out, if they're not sniping, your clientele, if none of these things are the case, then it shouldn't be an issue. Because that other person really isn't affecting you. You affected them.
Mm-hmm.
They saw what you had and wanted it too. And not in a, well, that belongs to me, I deserve that. But in a, wow.
I mean, I can really do this too.
Yeah. I wonder if I could help people the same way they do.
I mean, how many times has it come to us that our stuff ended up getting pinched and somebody else trying to do it? A lot.
A lot. And it's like, okay, cool.
Hey, if y'all want to go that route, we'll back off of it. And usually 6 months down the road, they're not doing it anymore. All right, cool. We'll offer it again.
It's too much like work for a lot of people, because they realize that we're not in it for the same reasons. And that's usually what you're going to find, is that very rare is it that multiple people are going to be doing the thing for the same reason. Everybody's got their own reason. And it really set me on this particular path of starting to pay attention to some of the readers that we know, to the things that we offer, and the things that we do, the clients that, because I have to speak from personal opinion because I can't speak for anybody else and their clients. But I got to looking at everything, and I'm going, why has this become a trend? Why has this become such an issue?
Well, it's been going on since the fucking dawn of time when it comes to this kind of stuff. I've seen it happen. We've been doing this stuff for almost a decade, like just shy.
Yeah, yeah.
Just shy of a decade. We've been doing the thing and going to these events and watching people for a long time. And I've seen it. I've seen readers come and go. I've seen similar gimmicks, and that's what it ended up being, was a gimmick. I've seen, how many different ways can you do a love reading? How many different ways can you do a life path reading when they're all life path readings?
If we're being honest, yeah.
I'm a master psychic. Okay, cool. Anybody who is able to do it and do it legitimately is a master psychic. It just becomes a thing of marketing and business at that point.
Right.
Did you go to psychic school and earn your psychic degree with your psychic PhD?
It's one thing if you've dedicated to an actual study. And when I say an actual study, I don't mean, 3 hours of an online course. I mean, it's one thing if you have taken the time and dedicated a portion of your life to an actual developed study of what it is that you're wanting to do and how it is you're wanting to do it.
Mm-hmm.
At that particular point, if you throw that in my lap and go, I consider myself an adept.
Cool.
I will back you in that. This person has so many decades that they have dedicated to this kind of learning. I would see you as what it is you claim to be. But a lot of, like Brian said, a lot of it is kind of like padding a resume anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a master this, and I'm a high end this, but are you?
So what about this? What about this particular thing having to do with your field?
That.
What?
Yeah. It that's something else that's really popped up lately. Well, I've wanted to talk to you. I see you as a peer. Okay. Well, what would you like to talk about? Well, what's your opinion of energy work? My opinion is that everybody can do it, and I teach people to do it almost on a daily basis. Next. And this is literally a conversation that I've had, word for word, I swear to you. And this was within the last 3 weeks. Next question. Oh, so let me ask you one, yeah? As far as the spectrum of energy is concerned, where is it that you would believe that quote-unquote ESP bridges the gap between actual intuition and instinct? What are you talking about? I believe our conversation is done. Because that's a rhetorical ass question. The answer to that is the fact that ESP is the bridge. It is what bridges the gap between those two. That shit fucking kills me. It's like, come on now. If you claim it, at least be able to talk a better game. if you have a question, ask the question and flat out state that you're curious. It's become such a problem, and this kind of brings back a specific thing that happened a couple of live streams back. The last time we did we did readings.
Mm-hmm.
There was a particular situation that occurred afterward where somebody voiced their opinion, and that's what it is. And to my knowledge, it was never taken down because that was their opinion. However, anybody that knows and pays attention understands that we weren't talking about anything spiritual.
Mm-hmm. We're just doing readings.
We were doing readings.
Actually, I'll be real. I did pop them, and the reason is I know our community.
That is fair. But it was one of those kinds of situations where this person got on and was expecting something different than what they got, and apparently decided to become offended over nothing.
I'm so glad you are an expert in everything spiritual, man. I really am. I impart your wisdom upon me.
Make it make sense to me, dude.
Mm.
And that's kind of the thing that I'm seeing. You either have the psychics and readers that are legitimate but are wavering in their faith in their self because of, fly-by-nights and, honestly, scammers. And then you have the fucking fly-by-nights and scammers.
Or the ones who have no idea, but don't know the difference between their ass and a hole in the ground. They basically, it's more of the keyboard warrior. They get behind the thing. They can say whatever you want to say, but when you get behind a keyboard and it's one of those like, well, okay, that's cool. I'm glad you have this opinion, and we talked about it, and we have our own chat that is with all of SMX except for like one, and I need to add him. Tyree.
Yeah.
Tyree's the only one not in that chat. If he wants to, that's cool. If not, that's fine. But it was all of us going, really? Wow. I'm glad he got it. I'm glad he figured it out because we're still over here struggling to figure it out.
It's just, to me, it's sad. And the reason why it's sad is that somebody like that shouldn't have to act that way. And the reason why people usually act that way is because they were taken advantage of. They found something in a reader, and that reader either took them for their money or took them for a ride. And it's sad that it comes down to the fact that people have to defend themselves anymore. I can give you 8,000 reasons that you guys know spirituality. Renee. But yeah, it's just sad that that's the case of it.
I mean, a lot of it really, truthfully, we don't know a lot about we know about what I know how to do. He knows about what he knows how to do. We know of what each other can do as far as the work part of it. As far as our spirituality, we're still figuring it out. We're still walking and trying to prove it and trying to question it and working through it, just like everybody else.
We've never stated that we were an authority on anything. We never stated that we knew better than anybody else.
No.
Period. So, it's that whole thing of...
There's a difference between being an authority on something and having a strong opinion about a particular thing. There's some stuff we have a strong opinion about. Most of it's because of common sense. we're sticklers when it comes to that. If it doesn't make common sense, what was it now?
I didn't catch it.
Oh, and the reading you gave me, I was vindicated, and the other person got canned because of documentation.
Very good.
That was Renee.
Yeah, very good.
That came through like dumb strong. Document your shit. But good shit. Good job.
Very good. Proud of you.
Mm-hmm. But like on ghost hunting and stuff like that, we have strong opinions on it because ethically, when we go into a house call, investigation, or otherwise, we don't go in there rattling, the bag of cans, trying to piss something off or scare something away.
I mean, our methods have been proven almost a decade long. So we speak from experience. It's that kind of situation. We know what works for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because our methods have been not just tested, but have been proven. That's where we speak from. That's what we know.
Mm-hmm.
What we've individually learned, we try our best to share. That's where this stuff comes from.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't know, and we've mentioned this, if we don't know,
flat,
we will tell you we don't know. And truthfully, half the time we'll look it up right here on the spot so that we all understand.
It's like with specific definitions on certain things. I'll pull up the great Google machine and look up the great Googly machine and actually look up what the words mean, just to be clear for everybody to be a little bit more educated. Because at the same time, I'm learning and he's learning.
That's what these live streams are actually for. It's so that we can all learn something new together. But I see a few of you coming to the coming to our rescue in the comments, and where it's very much appreciated. That's not what this conversation was about. It's people like us have to constantly bring our authenticity forward when we should be able to have it speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest reason why is we don't have a TV deal. We don't dress, to the nines when we're going to the fucking grocery store. We don't church up our language all the damn time. We're people, not TV personalities.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm offended you were cussing and stuff, and I'm sorry.
And to a degree, that was on us.
Mm-hmm.
And we own that. It was on us.
Actually, we set the three of us that were doing that particular talk. We were like, well, how do we fix this? We're just going to go, because I'm not going to change that particular part of myself. That's just how I talk. That's just how he talks. It's just going to have to be this is how we talk. If you are offended by specific types of language, this probably isn't yours.
And that's kind of it. The other thing, too, and this is, I'm not trying to start shit. Period. Understand that before I say this. I am not trying to start shit. However, if you know for a fact that there is a talk or a presentation that is happening that has adult content that is being discussed, please do not bring your children to that discussion.
Hey, Lisa, what's going on? Like, for real. I have my 2 kids. My girlfriend has 2 kids. We're kind of raising 2 kids, 4 kids together, along with the co-parents on each side, right? I'm not raising another one. That's my time to relax and be cool. Though, I think one of them that ended up being offended was the one I ended up talking to for like 3 hours at the end of it. But that little girl was great. She was amazing at what she was able to do.
And see, that's the other interesting thing is that, during all this situation, there were multiple readers there. There were multiple vendors there, a lot of which we know, and a lot of those we vouch for.
Mm-hmm.
There were ones that we didn't know. And I can guarantee you that these were people that were offended that we were there. And the big reason why is because we didn't put on an air. The entire time we didn't put on an air. We are who we are. We do what we do. We vouch for what it is that we do because we know it works. And there's no need to put on a facade or to be a character, especially when you're trying your best to do something to help someone else be their best.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you give your best to somebody that is wanting to change or wanting to get better or wanting to learn? Why wouldn't you do your best? So we cussed a little bit. Cool. We'll church up our language a little bit. That's what was requested. That's what we'll do. But at the same time, if one slips, it slips. But it's that whole thing. Why is that a problem? And that's what I'm getting at. Why is it a problem? Why is this a problem? And it's not just us. It's multiple other readers that have the same kind of thing going on where there's a specific expectation and standard that has to be met.
Oh, we have to be fucking Gandhi up in this shit.
We have to bust in with patchouli roll-on all over ourselves.
Oh my God, I'll kill us all.
Wearing purples and,
Should I get a scarf?
Clean shaven and
No.
skinny jeans and...
No, I got the balls for that.
Me either, man. Mine would totally hang down to the knee, and that would suck after a while.
No, that, and we're both not skinny guys when it comes to legs.
No, fuck no, man.
We've done way too much lifting.
Tree trunks.
Yeah, yeah. I've split skinny jeans.
Same.
In the legs.
Same.
Not in the crotch, in the legs.
All the way up to the crotch.
Mm-hmm.
From the back of the calf all the way up to the side of the crotch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, in one movement. Yeah,
I've been down to pick up something. I had split my. This is the story. I'd split my pants at dinner. Me and a buddy of mine, and we went to it was at that pub, the English pub in Lexington.
Yeah, the pub.
And we were hanging out. I think we were going to go to a movie or whatever. I ended up dropping my wallet. I reached down to pick up my wallet. My old pair of pants goes, just gives up the ghost. So we go to Gordman's.
That was your first mistake.
And
it was close. I get it, but that was your first mistake.
Yeah, it's right there. So I go in. I find a 36, 32. I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it, let's go. And he's like, dude, you want to try them on? I'm like, oh, they're all the same. He goes, no, they're not, but okay. We get to some place for me to be able to change. I put them on, and it looks like I'm an Olympic lifter. Like leg, calf, and full definition of both. And I'm like, I don't think these jeans are going to make it. I get home. It was when we were living on this one house on North Milltown Road. I walk up the stairs because it's where our bedroom was. I get to the top of the stairs and I'm like, hey, check these out. And I just flex a little bit and it goes, shh. Well, crap. Well, you like raggedy jeans. Do you want these?
But, all jokes aside,
Can't do skinny
I
jeans.
can't do skinny jeans.
Though I would rock the same kind of shoes that Ken Boggle's rocking.
True enough.
Those snake skin looking dress shoes.
Yeah, those loafers he's got.
Oh man, those
Yeah.
are sexy. I'd rock the hell out of those.
But yeah, you've got that whole situation where there's supposed to be a particular standard, and the thing that a lot of people need to understand is that readers are people too. The ones that are legitimate treat you the same as they would treat their family, because on the clock or off the clock, they're still the same person.
Or in some cases, better than.
Wink. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. And I've brought this up before, it's gotten bad enough to where people can't even build their own authenticity. And notice how I keep coming back to that particular word. They can't build their own authenticity, so they steal other people's. Like, it's been going around. There's been 3 different instances in less than a year where people's literal websites have been cloned. People have taken images of them working and putting it up on their website, charging gratuitous amounts of money for nothing. Like there was somebody, we're not going to say where we know this person, and we're not going to give a name. However, there was somebody that was in a particular circle that we traveled who was found out for doing spell work over a distance.
No, that one.
This particular person was charging $750 minimum to have a spell cast that you, A, couldn't be a part of, B, couldn't see the setup, and C, had to pay in advance.
No refunds.
No refunds.
I see that shit on Fiverr. I think that's I see that stuff and I think it's fucking hilarious. Draw in your twin flame. I giggled. I was going through it, and I'm reading some of these, and I'm giggling. Like, I guarantee you'll get a pay raise spell.
It's some of the dumbest shit. It is. It's some of the dumbest shit. And it's just taking advantage of people. Because you're finding more and more that a lot of people are getting into this for the first time in their entire lives. COVID caused a shift. People started paying attention to the things that they were lacking.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that they had a lot of. And noticed that they were left wanting. So that a lot of people are looking into this kind of thing. They're wanting to find new spiritual life. They're wanting to find more growth. They're wanting to approach things that they were afraid of before. Because they understand that life can change like that. And you have a lot of these assholes that are completely railroading them because of it. Authenticity isn't something that you should have to put
I'm authentic
in your resume. It's not something that should be there,
I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm authentic.
He's authentic. Even saying that just makes you feel like a fucking asshole. I'm authentic.
Where's my ascot?
It's like, fuck's sake. If you have to say it, that automatically makes you look like a liar anyway.
I'm not a bad person.
It's shit like that. It's loaded statements.
Mm-hmm. I'm a good man.
Oh, that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one. If you're having to tell yourself that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that kind of stuff that's going around. And then you have actual readers, actual energy workers, actual light workers, actual spell workers. And every one of them is going, what merit do I have? yeah, that's kind of where I was.
I see, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Mom.
Whoever's mom. Hi, nice to meet you. Glad you made it.
We're being serious. We don't know whose mom it is, but we're saying hi to you. But yeah, it's that whole thing where people are starting to feel like they don't have what it takes anymore. I've worked with at least 3, 4 readers and energy workers over the last little bit that have been like, I just can't keep up with it anymore. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why I'm falling behind. Am I a bad person? Did I do the wrong thing? Did I say the wrong thing? And I'm sitting here going, no, you didn't. You really didn't. Stick it through. Don't change yourself. Understand what's going to actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
Stay with it. Because what's happening is going to change. This is a passing fad. Everybody wants easy money. But when they find out that helping others takes a lot more than just asking for a handout, they're going to quit.
No, I don't really read people. It's just a character that I play.
Ooh, man.
Anyway.
I walk into a venue and I instantly throw the smile on because I know that anybody that sees me is going to come to my booth, and every person that does is a dollar sign.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. By the way, actual conversations that we have heard. Not going to state who, but yeah. I honestly hate the people that I read. We're putting this in quotes. This is another one. I honestly hate the people that I read. I find most of their lives disgusting, and I honestly I don't like doing this, but it pays my bills. Oh, and by the way, this was all by the same person and in one sitting. Oh, and in a public setting.
Mm.
But yeah, oh, that one. I can't believe they had the nerve to offer me an $150,000 contract.
$150,000 contract. That's wholly not enough money. Like, bitch, $150,000 a year. $150,000 a year. I'll cover my own expenses and still come out on top.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And
because we do it for, our stuff for travel and doing the thing.
We usually pay.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we do ask for a little bit, it's for gas money, a stay if we have to stay overnight, and a meal.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, we eat the majority of those expenses too.
Because the leftovers have got to come from somewhere. If it's not in the budget, where's it coming from? You can't just make money out of thin air. Well, some people can, but we haven't figured that particular secret out. My money tree died long ago.
I was about to say, we need to start planting them pennies, man.
Man, my money tree died long ago.
And, I see part of a comment here talking about burnout, and yeah, it's a thing.
Renee says, plus good ones have to work extra hard to prove their gifts. Burnout is going to happen. And truthfully, I love it. I love my favorite ones. I love helping people, and I love helping people get through their thing. I love skeptics. I love them. They're my favorite ones to do. I know people are like, oh my God, skeptics, it's hard to do. No, it's not. Just do it right.
I mean, all you're doing is the same thing you would do if they weren't skeptical.
Like but it ends up being like this amped to 11. All right, prove it. Okay. Here's your entire life story. Here's everything that's going on with you. Here's this particular thing. And here's the laundry list. Tears. Busted face.
I just like the old tried and true. Here, hold this for a second. That one's always worked for me.
I mean, that one works. I just like doing that. Just, give them a little bit of extra cookie.
But it's that whole thing of people are losing sight of what's actually important. And I think that's the crux of this particular conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, literally everybody has the same gifts. What it boils down to is how you interpret them, how you use them. And everybody is capable of doing the same shit as the next one. It's supposed to be shared. That's the point. It's supposed to be shared. Like one of the people right now that, and we called him out a little earlier, this has given him some definite kudos for the work that he's put in. Steve Tyree has taken what he's learned from us and turned it into his own practice.
Mm-hmm.
He does his own thing. He's still in the middle of learning from us.
And we want that.
And he's like, hey, I'm doing this thing. This is what I want to do.
Cool, man.
Fucking get it, man.
Here, it was like, so I was late coming in because I had to work Sunday. And I'm like, here, I'm going to show you this thing that's in my practice and one of my specific things. Because I think he would be really good at it. And he goes, okay, I don't know how to do. Yeah, you do. You just got to know what you're looking for. And showed him what to do. And he goes, oh, that makes sense. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that rabbit hole for him.
It's a simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be that way. It's why we teach people. Here, take this knowledge that it took us forever to figure out.
Wrapped up, packaged nicely. Well, packaged with...
packaged.
It's packaged.
It's packaged. It's in brown paper, but it's
I was going to say it's newspapers because we're out of brown paper.
Yeah, we used the good shit already.
Yeah, we already used all the good stuff. We're in brown paper, and we use baling twine as a bow.
Hey, here it is. Here's packaged.
Mm-hmm. It's tied up nicely, at least.
It looks the part. It's just made with shitty materials. But yeah, it's...
Bye, Lisa. Have a good one.
But yeah, it's the whole thing of you have previous generations of readers and practitioners going, we can't keep up with the young people's trends. Why should you?
Mm-hmm.
You have the young people going, well, the older generation is expecting us to do it this way and that way and the other way. Well, are they expecting you to, or are they trying to teach you? Everybody just wants to be fucking offended or hurt or something anymore. Stop it. Do the thing. Just do it.
Well, I mean, let's boil it down. The crux of give me the Sunday comics for my rapping, I'd be happy. I feel that, absolutely.
Garfield.
Some goddamn Calvin and Hobbes up in this shit.
Fucking Peanuts.
No, the goddamn, what's the dude, the business guy with the tie flipped up?
Dilbert.
Yeah, give me some fucking Dilbert up in this shit.
Fucking Dilbert.
But
Family Circus.
Old school MASH.
Oh, fuck
The MASH comics. Anyway, we can go on and on and on about Sunday comics.
BC.
Huh?
BC.
Oh yeah, BC absolutely yes, 100%.
Anyway,
But when you're poor, you get entertainment on Sundays from the Sunday newspaper.
legit.
Because your
actually.
rich aunt can afford the newspaper. But anyways, boiling everything down, going a little bit into the process. What is it that we do? We do the basics. We just do them very well.
Fundamentals.
We do the fundamentals over and over and over again. Now, when you're doing specific practice stuff, what are you doing? You're doing the basics with a little bit more on top of it.
All you're doing is not even expanding it. You're building on top of it.
You're building on your foundation of what you've learned and then moving forward with it. Hey, Howie, what's going on, man?
What it is, sir.
But yeah, that's it.
Quick shout out to Howie. Go check out the Rift Network. They've got a lot of good programs on there, a lot of fun stuff. And they do content throughout the week. So if you're interested in podcasts and talk shows, go give them a look. Go give them a listen. But that's all it is. It's all it is. It's
I can't keep up with the trend. Why are you keeping up with the trend?
There's no trend.
You're doing the same. It's the same shit that it's been done since the fucking dawn of time here.
You know your grandmother? Yeah, the one that walked out in the woods. Yeah, come back with a fistful of roots in her hand. Yeah, and miraculously wound up getting y'all better when you were sick. Guess what she did? What's that? She boiled them roots in a pot and made you drink it. What else is a tincture?
A concoction, a decoction, a fucking tea, whatever.
It's all the same shit. There's no trend. It's the same thing Granny did when she
You know
was out
what? I
cooking
think
it.
it's going to rain. Well, clouds ain't looking right. It's going to rain here in probably about 30 minutes, boys. Y'all better get the fucking sheets in the house. Sure, damn enough. It's sunshine and everything like that. All of a sudden, this storm just rolls in from out of nowhere and it starts fucking raining.
It's been a minute since you heard from your uncle. Might be about time you called him. Reckon he's sick. How'd you know that, Granny? Don't worry about it. Call him. Sure enough.
I'm expecting a call. I'm expecting a call from your Aunt Ethel any time now.
Ring, ring, ring.
As soon as she says it.
You know, it's that kind of shit. It's no different. Intuition is just that. Hey, something's telling me that dipshit there needs to actually contact their uncle before he kicks off. Hey, something's telling me that Ethel's about to call.
Yep.
You know, it's the same thing. Hey, guess what? You know, these are things that I'm noticing. Little birdie's telling me that you might want to watch these kinds of things in your life. An intuitive read is an intuitive read. You know, it's simple stuff. It's stuff that you were exposed to. It's stuff that you've lived with. You know, it's no different. All it is a little bit of flavor.
Yep.
You
all you're doing is adding you to it.
That's it. That's what makes a reader a reader. Is the ability to make what it is that they see, they hear, they experience approachable to other people. That's what it is. You don't need to live up to a standard because there ain't one.
It's those times too where you should have listened to your intuition.
Oh, hindsight is 2020.
Mm-hmm. You get this uncontrollable urge to do this one specific thing, and you go, you know what? That sounds crazy. That sounds risky. I probably shouldn't do that. You come to find out later that you probably should have done that. And it's not like, your normal stuff. I'll tell y'all a thing. When we first moved up here to Nicholasville, I'll just say fucking town. I'm not giving a road. When we first moved up here, me and Dustin and my 2 kids, right? I was between jobs. I was paid up in the rent for about 3 months, and I was looking hard, hot, and heavy for different jobs, trying to find something, pay the bills and stuff, right? Like that. I got into looking into different things and researching different stuff, and just to pass the time, because you're waiting on phone calls, you're waiting on people to respond to your resumes or your applications.
There we go.
And I had a thing pop up in my head. Look into this, and it was stocks. It was all it was. Just look into it. It's just a thing I heard and thing I felt. And I started looking through, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this shit. I don't understand the words, and I don't understand this, and I don't understand the trends. And I kept getting this this nudge constantly. When you get a job, buy this specific one, and buy a lot of it. That's way too much money. That's way too much money. That's way too much money for that particular one, because it's like $100 a share. That's way too much money. I can't afford that. Still in the poverty mindset. I can't afford that, man. That stock 2 years later ended up being almost $900 a share.
It's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody jokes around. If you're psychic, tell me the lottery numbers. That's not how it works. Being intuitive tells you when you should buy a scratch off, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Hey,
really...
you should probably go in here and get you one of them $5 tickets. That one looks good.
Yeah, that's good enough. Hey, first mistake. That's what I call my exes. First mistake, things weren't great between the two of us for a number of different reasons, but there come a time where bills were coming due and we didn't have the money. And the biggest thing that kept just gnawing at me, get her to take you to the gas station, get you a scratch off. Doesn't matter. Your blind ass just walk in there, tell them that you want to scratch off, and walk out with whatever they give you. Okay? Electric bill that month was $119 and some odd cents. Scratch off won me $120.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing.
Hey, you're running low. Go in there and do your grid. Go in there and do your grid. All right, fine. So I pull out my big thing of rocks. I start going through and listening and trying to hear what they're telling me to put out, and I start putting different ones out. Come to find out, they were the exact ones that I needed for that particular time. Next day.
Oh, yeah.
Next day, there's a check that I was not expecting in my mailbox.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Who said this?
Oh, Howie, you now will be known as the Spiritual Blues Brothers.
Actually, man, you should see the picture from my wedding, and you'll understand that that's been a thing for a minute. But yeah, I dig that. We're both blues musicians.
Mm-hmm. At one point, we were in a Blues Brothers cover band.
Actually, we were.
At one point.
At one point.
I was for one gig.
For one gig.
For one whole gig. Before it fell apart. Apparently, I have a tendency to bring out that in people. all the stuff comes to light. Well, damn. Well, it was fun playing with you guys. Fuck this fucking shit. All right. Okay, I guess.
I miss that shit. I do though. I miss that shit. You can actually look us up. We're on the YouTubes.
I'm not. I only did the one gig. It was an ice cream shop.
Undercover Blues Band. Undercover Blues Band. You can look it up. But yeah, so that's been a thing with us for a minute. Actually, one of the first songs that he learned for that gig was Everybody.
God, I still don't like to play that song. Chord changes are too damn quick.
It's a beast.
It is quick, especially when you're used to playing like gospel, not Southern gospel, but like B flat.
This was, and Everybody is in the key of failure. F.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a beast to play. Anyway, it's a beast to play. But it's a fun song. It's just, you get carpal tunnel just thinking about it. But yeah, intuition is something you use on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
People don't think about it that way, but that's what that is.
That silent little nudge, that little thing that pushes, not the one. Oh my God, I need to stay away from. No, it's not that one. It's the other one. It's a little bit softer. It's a little bit quieter. It's a little bit easier. It's, hey, maybe you should think about this. Hey, maybe you should look at it this way. Maybe if you go into this particular place, this specific time, something's going to happen.
It's a thing, and everybody's. Well, you have to go to the special this and that, and learn from this particular one, and do things a particular. No, you don't. You already do your shit.
That's the whole purpose of us teaching that first class is just to bring it out. Here, this is what it sounds like.
This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel, look, or sound to you?
Mm-hmm. Do you see pictures? Do you do this? Do you draw these? Is this a thing? Is this a sound that you hear? I don't know. I just get this feeling about this thing.
Boss, let's explore that.
Yes, I don't know. This makes me feel sad. This makes me feel this particular emotion. Okay, cool. We'll work with that and go in a little bit deeper. That's the whole point of that first class.
Connectivity.
Mm-hmm. The first class is about learning how to listen.
Specifically, actually. So, I mean, you shouldn't feel like you're anywhere less than someone else, and you shouldn't feel as though you're anywhere better than anyone else, especially doing this kind of stuff. The way that we view it at Spirit Mechanics is we're service-based. If you don't get what it is that you need, why are you paying us? You don't owe us anything. You have no idea how often people look at us and go, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
When we're like, no, you pay after. If you don't get anything, you don't owe us a dime.
That's the biggest one for us. It's just like to me, I'm going to pay for my shit. It's like going to a buffet. I'm going to go get my money's worth at a buffet and pay for it after. I ain't no going to McDonald's and paying for it before and get mediocre food. I've literally looked at several people and go, no, I couldn't do nothing for you.
No, don't stress it.
No, but it's your time. That don't matter. I could have been doing something. Could have been doing any number of things like playing on my phone. I at least got to talk to you for a little bit. That was more than enough payment.
That's the thing. You know, we understand that, technically we are part of the quote unquote paranormal industry, but at the same time, we came from and still believe we're in the paranormal field. And because of that, no, we're fucking service based. If you're going to pay us an amount of money, you need to make sure that you get your money's worth.
And we're going to make sure of it. And if you don't, oh well, I'm out of time. That's time I won't get back. But it was well invested.
That's something that's been lost on this fucking quote unquote industry too.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get your 15 minutes. That's a lot of stuff that we see a lot. You gotta get your 15 minutes. What's the 15 minutes going to do for you for the rest of your life?
It's a drop in a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes. A lot of shit can go down in 15 minutes. But what's the aftermath look like?
Mm-hmm.
How big a splash is that really going to make? You got a drop in a bucket.
How many shows have been on out there that people have been seeking their 15 minutes? And that's not just in this field. It's in all of them.
And that's just legitimate.
Across the board. Can you name any of them?
I mean, how many shows out there barely get past a pilot?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Yeah, you got your 15 minutes, but did it really get you anywhere?
I think what we want more so than anything is to leave, not necessarily the legacy of a thing, but a mark. To be able to be like, when we take off this skin and go into the ground and go to wherever we're going to be going, we leave satisfied. I think we did our part.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I know it is for me. I'm pretty sure it is for him and the rest of them. Did we give our best? You remember that movie? It's a Christian movie. Facing the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to give me your best. Yes, sir. No, I mean it. I want you to give me your best, your absolute best. And dude crawl from one end of a football field to the other, only thinking he was going 10 yards. And with a blindfold on, and the only thing he heard was the coach, just give me your best. Just give me your best. That's all. Your very best. Your very best. Don't you give up on me. Give me your best.
Goes back into that whole thing. There's no such thing as an expectation or a standard. There's only whether or not you put your best forward or not.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are rough around the edges. Some people have a little bit, gruff and exterior, may cuss a little bit. Some people may use unorthodox methods. But at the end of it, if they're there for you and they give their best of everything that they have so that you can have the best, isn't that more important?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't walk away feeling your best after they've given your best, it's okay to be like, hey, I didn't get what I needed.
We understand.
We tell everybody all the time, and you don't see this a lot out there either. We don't work in certainty. Nothing we do is a magic bullet. There is no 100%. we'll give 100% of what we got. But that doesn't mean that there is going to be a 100% turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, it's 110 that they get back. Others, it falls a little short. Circumstances are what they are. Our methods may not work. Our approach may not appeal. If we're not that particular flavor for you, we ain't that flavor. But I bet you anything, we'll know who is. And that's the other thing, too. We network for a reason. It's so that if we don't have an answer, if we don't have the ability, or we don't have the knowledge, or whatever, we know somebody who does.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make sure that you get what it is that you need. When did this shit become so fucking competitive? Like, I don't understand why this is even a thing. It just...
I'm trying to, people are reaching out and grasping as many dollars as they can grasp for, and it's like, you do realize there's a shit ton of it out there, right?
You do realize it's a piece of paper that you're putting value in.
Mm-hmm.
It literally isn't worth anything. It costs more to print it than it does to spend it. It's a piece of fucking paper. And even then, it's not even paper.
It's denim. I know, right? It's weird. Our money's made of cotton.
Yep. 'Tis cotton fiber. It's not paper.
Technically tight woven denim. You gotta love those ADHD thoughts too, as far as the get the random fact. Ooh, I know this one. Ooh, me.
But yeah, it shouldn't be so fucking cutthroat. It's just dumb to me. It's just fucking stupid.
It's like, we expect our students to give their best when they're learning and they're trying to understand the thing. And sometimes that falls short, and that's fine. You're going to. There's going to be times where you're going to beat your own ass. And I'm going to say this, and you've gone through it too. When you were going through the whole thing with dipshit, there are moments that it falls short.
Oh, yeah.
There are moments that you're going to learn things. You're going to make mistakes, and you make corrections on those mistakes. But in the end of it, did you give your best? Did you put effort into it? Did you try? Now, that's 3 different levels. Did you give your best? Did you put effort into it? And did you try? 3 totally different levels of movement and going forward. Did you give your best? Did you put in the effort? And did you try? No, I didn't even try it.
Well, then how can you complain about it?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't try it.
Well, I tried it. It just didn't seem like it worked.
Did you actually apply yourself?
Did you give it effort?
Well, I got bored with it, or, it just didn't make sense to me, so I gave it up. Well, maybe next time you should ask a fucking question.
Mm-hmm. Man, I try to give it my best shot. Good.
That's all that's needed.
That's all we ask for. Do you have any questions after that? Yeah, I have a few. Cool. That's showing me you giving me your best. I tried my best to get it and grasp it. I just can't on my own. I need help.
Here we go.
All right.
Gotcha. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Give that one a shot.
Try it this way. Maybe look at it this way. Here's an angle you may have not have considered.
Perspectives being what they are,
mm-hmm.
You only have one of them. Have another one.
Mm-hmm.
Take the perspective from my hand.
Here, apply this one. Maybe this will be maybe a little bit better for you. Not easier, but a little bit better for you.
Yeah, because by God, we don't make shit easy for our students. Anyway,
well,
all jokes aside, because that's what that was a joke. For me, it was anyway.
Well, I as far as making it difficult, I don't make shit difficult. I'm just direct. You've got to ask the questions, which makes me know you're giving your best and giving effort. If you don't ask me questions, I'm thinking you're fucking off. So I'm over here, standing here with my member in the hand, just peeing in the wind, hoping it don't spray back.
Whereas I'm like, hey, it's your time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking you for any money. It's your time.
Mm-hmm.
So you choose how to spend your fucking time. You don't want to do the thing, don't bitch at me that you ain't learning nothing.
You haven't been there. Let me pull up my text messages. Let me pull up my phone record. Let me pull up Messenger. How many times have you talked to me?
Teach you whatever it is that you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we know how to teach.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we know what it is you're wanting us to teach.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's up to you to actually do something. We can't force the knowledge into your skull and have you instantaneously know how to do the damn thing. As much as we would like that to be a thing, we can't do that. That's knowledge rape. And that's not cool.
Here, know the things. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we're not Pinhead.
Mm. Oh, what sights I'll show you.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
What sights I'll show you. Oh, the blissful pain.
But
sweet ecstasy.
We're joking about it now, but, to wrap this particular conversation up, because I have to get up at that, before the ass crack of dawn.
Mm-hmm. It's still dark at 5 in the morning, man.
It sure is.
Ask me how I know. We are acquainted.
I've been intimate for years, yes.
Mm.
But if you're going to be a reader, do the damn thing proper. If you're going to go to a reader, expect them to do the damn thing proper. And y'all be cool to each other. Fuck's sake, man. I have never felt more like an old man than I do right now, and that it just makes me go, kids being fucking stupid. Snot-nosed little assholes getting into slap fights in the fucking schoolyard over a toy that doesn't even belong to them. Little turds need to be whipped.
Welcome to my Tuesday.
Yeah.
So what are you crying about now? They won't let me play with the toy. Is it your toy? No. Then why are you whining about it?
Oh. Go play with something else.
You have an entire room full of them. Ask me how I know that. Oh. I was going to play with his blah, 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 blah. Did he give you permission to play with that? No. It's like somebody coming and taking your stuff. Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all.
So how do we, is there a solution to this particular conundrum?
There's a few. But we'll get blacklisted if I say them. Truthfully, Don't make me break
Don't
out
make me
my
break
teeth.
out. Don't make me break out my dad voice.
Truthfully, the only thing that can honestly be done, because it's the same thing as people trying to get rich off of retirees by, faking being, Social Security or whatever else. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing as, hello, my name is Ted, and I'm Nigerian royalty, and I would like you to send me money.
Hello. I want you to look at my nice cars. I'm going to try to sell you this class while you stare at my nice cars and my library of books. I'll tell you exactly how I got these nice cars and my awesome house and my smoking hot wife.
Would you like to get rich quick? We have the secret. You just have to pay us $10,000.
Hey,
$8,000, and we'll tell you exactly how to get rich quick.
$8,000, and I will teach you how to psychic.
It's dumb shit. It's dumb shit.
Buy my course. As we're on here earlier, buy our course.
Well, there's a difference.
I know there's a difference, but it's just my brain suddenly correlated both of them together.
There's a total difference between what we're talking about and that.
I know, but my brain, you know how my brain works. Sort of, sometimes.
Because there's quite a hop, leap, and a jump from $50 to, several grand.
Mm.
But the big thing about that is we're not paying to keep up a lifestyle. We're literally paying to keep up a building.
We're paying. We're here. We're trying to pay rent, y'all. Make sure lights stay on. Internet's paid. Invoices are being done. Inventory. The 100% transparency that we do every time we get on here.
It's his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, growth hurts and causes crippling debt anyway. But going back into it, the big thing is that the only thing that's really going to change any of this is when people start respecting each other and actually start being awesome to each other. Mm. Is that ever going to fucking happen? No. Let's just call it what it is. I love each and every person. I want the best for each and every person. However, I understand that there are those out there that are cod asses that have no respect for anyone. Half of them don't have respect for themselves. And anything that they can do to exploit, they're going to do. It's a simple thing. It takes zero money, very little time and effort to be a decent human being.
Apparently, that is this year's message, because we've been talking about this since March. Literally, this is what we've been talking about since March. It's almost like, foresight.
It's almost like foresight.
Almost like foresight. Because that's the crux of the whole life, is just being cool to each other. I sit there and I swear to God, I listen to people. I like working where I work at, actually, honestly. I get to be physical and do things, and I get to actually help people and do things for people and be nice to people. Not that disingenuousness nice, but actually be nice to people every day. And I hear people every day bitching. The manager is this, and this and that, and these over here. And I'm like, I'm not here for them. I'm here for a paycheck and make sure shit's done. I don't care about that. I'm here to make a paycheck. I'm here to make sure that I give my best while I'm here. That's all I worry about. I don't want to care about that person and what their thing is and their agenda. If I walk away from it and they say, hey, this isn't right, that's called making a correction. I've been doing this for blah, 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 blah. Who cares?
So?
Oh my gosh, who cares? Just be a decent human being. Be nice to people. I literally see so many little old ladies coming in there, and all they want is someone to be nice to them. And I just grab the big heavy shit and put it in their buggy. That's all I do. And the boys up front, they carry her big heavy shit to her car. So she doesn't have to. She's just in there to get her fucking groceries. She's just in there getting her, yeah, it's a club, it's Sam's Club, but at the same time, they're just in there getting their groceries. They're in there getting their stuff. I don't have to be a dick to them. How can I help you? Anything I can help you with? Is there anything in the way? Do I need to grab something for you while I'm over here? I'll hand it to you. How many of them do you need? Do you want to know where this is? I can look that up for you. You want me to get this thing of water for you? I'm walking to the back. That's fine. It's not even my department. But by God, I'll get a buggy and I'll put that in 2 cases of them sons of bitches and take them up front. And let them fucking know that you need this water because you get a bad back. It's not hard being a good person.
It doesn't take much.
No. Smile genuinely. Ask genuinely. And be there genuinely. That's it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you actually become, quote unquote, authentic. Authenticity is to show that something is legitimate and real.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you do those things? It's a simple matter. And on that note, we're going to end. But if you would like to support us, we appreciate it. Just the fact that you guys get on here and watch every week is support enough. Everything that you guys give goes back into it. We're able to do the things that we do because of you guys. That's why we like having you guys involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got roof in a storefront and things like that because of you guys. If you want to support us, take a class. It's $50. We'll teach you how to do the thing that you already know how to do. Pretty much the first class is basically us going, hey, notice these things.
Second class, hey, this is the outer edge of stuff, and this is how that thing works and how it feels when you come into contact with it. Third class, frequencies. Now we're getting into a little bit more specifics, but that's it. We're not going, down the rabbit hole and up a mile and, tripping on shrooms here.
Till you hit the end of the 200s.
Mm-hmm.
But, seriously, that's what it is.
It's bringing up for you and us. I'm making a joke.
It's one of those things of, we want you guys to be involved in a way that you want to be involved. A lot of you are like, hey, I want to be a part of the team. I want to be able to do things. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to be there the same way y'all are. Well, we'll show you how to do that.
You don't have to be a part of the team. If you wanted to go through that process and be a part of the team, that's great. We'll push you through your paces and go through the process because we do have a process. But you don't have to be a part of the team to work. You don't have to be a part of the team to do good by people.
Just be a decent human being.
Most of the people that, are on the thing right now, I consider y'all part of the team, even though y'all aren't mechanics.
'Tis a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I dote over, and you can ask him. I dote over our community all the time to people that probably could care less, but I do. And I do. You know, anybody that's like, oh, you guys got a Facebook page. Absolutely. We have one of the best communities out there. Most non-toxic environment for you to be able to come and hang out. Every single time. So it's that whole thing. What you do on here for us, you can do out there for anybody else. Be genuine. Be cool. And remember, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves. Later, y'all.
Love you guys. Y'all be good.